Blade Runner 2049 is one of the best reviewed movies of 2017, and as is tradition I took a hilariously long time to get around to reviewing this, and as a result no one will be watching this. Blade Runner 2049 follows Officer KD6-3.7, also called K or Joe, but not really, who lives in a tiny little room with his girlfriend, who is an advanced edition Google Home.
What the fuck did you just fucking say about me, you little bitch?
K unearths a mystery that leads him to needing to locate the infamous double-deckered bus. Along the way he is pursued by multiple groups of people who either want him or someone else dead. Eventually K discovers himself and makes love to Heath Ledger right on that mountainside. You see, all kinds of love is beautiful in its own way. This movie has all the trimmings you'd expect from a Blade Runner sequel, such as questions about what it means to be human, beautiful stunning cinematography, and that cyberpunk aesthetic. Speaking of segues, I suppose the first thing I should address is cinematography. This movie is utterly supercalifragilistically beautiful. Look, as a person who doesn't necessarily appreciate the original Blade Runner as much as I should, I have to say I don't think 2049 is quite as breathtaking as the original movie, yes, even with the fishing wire. It may seem somewhat controversial, but it's important to remember that Blade Runner is one of the most good-looking movies of the pre-digital age, and has an atmosphere and sense of scale that is very hard to replicate. But 2049 is more beautiful than Serena Valentina with a sprinkling of Domino Presley. It has a palette of browns with accents of bright neon that complement each other so beautifully. And it's important that this movie is nice to look at because, I'm gonna say it,
I don't care that you broke your elbow.
This movie drags a bit. Much like the original movie, and yes I'm sure some people find this
Enhanced 224 to 176.
to be riveting, but for me there were parts of this movie where I felt like I was smashing my head against the sharp part of a door handle. There are three things that I love in a fictional universe: post-apocalypses, power armor, and artificial intelligence. And Fallout 4 still manages to be a shit fucking game. 2049 hits one, almost two, of my super special sci-fi cool points. The idea of a machine that can think and feel independently of humans is absolutely fascinating for many people, and if it isn't for you then it certainly is for me. It's difficult for a new piece of media to expand upon that and make it continue to be interesting. It's even harder for something to make it more interesting. And well, bravo, movie guys. You really brought something new to the table this one. Because for the other hour and a half that I wasn't slamming my head into a car door, I was absolutely gripped by the questions this film brought up. I also really like the cast, and coming from someone who doesn't like Ryan Gosling or Jared Leto in the slightest, they're better looking than me and I feel threatened. Great supporting cast. Dave Bautista has really tiny little glasses. They even got the guy from the meme to be in this movie. Ana de Armas is that girl from The Gift that gets posted to Reddit every week, and Harrison Ford looks somewhat awake in this film. 2049 is cemented into the universe created by the original Blade Runner. Everything looks and sounds exactly as it should. The concrete and metal surroundings serve to emphasise our antagonist's selfish greed since he lives in a big wooden box. They did everything they could to make this movie seem like a sequel to Blade Runner, even down to recreating a certain character by having one of those creepy CGI faces. This movie is a testament to what you can do with an old property as long as you don't let Ridley Scott direct it anymore. So it's existential, beautiful, and it drags on for a little too long. Would I recommend it? Hell, I'd try anything once. Yes, this was a great movie. One of the best of 2017, if not the best, although I haven't watched them all yet. I give it a zoop out of 10.
Мам, да ты ч... Ай! Ай!
Ну, быстро выключи свою хуйню эту, блядь, заебал уже!
Да мам! Ай!